Hey everyone, how's it going out there? Well, today on Retro Davo, we're finally going to get back to reviewing a game, and this is a game that a lot of people don't really like, but I actually really like this game, so we're going to be reviewing GoldenEye 007 for the Nintendo Wii. Now, a lot of people don't like this game, as I said, and it's really a shame because this is a great game, and they put it down simply because they say it's like Call of Duty. But I wonder, is it really that bad? Let's take a look. So here it is. This is GoldenEye 007 for the Nintendo Wii. And this game is actually a remake of the 1995 GoldenEye game of the same name for the N64, which was made by Rareware, though this one's made by Activision. And the biggest difference you'll notice, obviously, is that Daniel Craig is in this game, and not Pierce Brosnan.
I'll take the cart on the left. You take the one
But
on the right.
a lot of people complained that it wasn't Pierce Brosnan, but there's something I gotta tell you guys.
Pierce Brosnan is not James Bond anymore, folks. So of course he's not in the game.
But another thing that people complained about is that Alec Trevelyan, who's the guy next to me, right here, is not played by Sean Bean, who played him in the GoldenEye movie, and was his likeness as well in the N64 version.
Nice work, James. Just like old times.
Now, the answer to both these questions is simple.
I'll get the truck.
Not only is Daniel Craig the new James Bond, they probably just couldn't get the licenses to use the old actors. And plus, that's probably not what the Albert Broccoli family and the owners of the Bond franchise wanted. And so, it's not like they could just use Pierce Brosnan, guys. Come on. And another thing that people complained about when this came out was the fact that it was next to a whole new game because it was made by Activision and wasn't just an HD remaster of the original Rareware game. Well, the answer to that one is simple too, folks. Rareware does not work for Nintendo anymore. They work for Microsoft. And on the 360, there was, for a little while, a HD remake by Rareware of the original GoldenEye. But it was taken down because GoldenEye was a Nintendo game. And so they got into trouble because it was a Nintendo game. But then when Nintendo wanted to bring it back, they ran into the same problem that it was a Rareware game. So they couldn't just port the old one and upscale it, because there was too much red tape, because Rareware does not work for Nintendo anymore. They work for Microsoft. So, if they were to bring GoldenEye back, I think they made a good choice by choosing Activision, because Activision is known
All their new money
for
and
shooter
business,
games.
freelancing for himself. Up ahead.
And they're most
We're running 6
specially
minutes
known
behind. If anything goes wrong,
for the
prepare
Call
to
of
move.
Duty series.
How's your Russian these days?
Now,
Exit
that brings us to the most common complaint about this game, that it's really just a Call of Duty clone, or that it's too much like Call of Duty. Well, I disagree, and that's actually not a bad thing, because even if it's true that it's too much like Call of Duty, if you think about it, Call of Duty was just a lot like the original GoldenEye. Yeah. And plus, is it really a bad thing to be like Call of Duty? I mean, how many franchises that are first-person shooters that are out there are like Call of Duty? So, don't tell me it's a bad game because it's like Call of Duty. That's ridiculous. Now, this game did start off as a Nintendo Wii exclusive, but something that doesn't happen very often happened, and that is both Microsoft and Sony wanted this game on their systems, and they eventually got it as GoldenEye 007 Reloaded for the PS3 and the Xbox 360. So it can't be a bad game if Microsoft and Sony wanted it. It's not often Sony and Microsoft want Wii game ports, people. It just doesn't happen. You don't see Microsoft and Sony wanting games like Wii Sports. So, come on. It must be good if they wanted this game. Now, gameplay-wise, as well as story, this game is a bit of a departure from the N64 game. However, there are elements to this game that are a lot or direct taken out of the N64 game. Like, the original N64 game was known for its 4-player split-screen competition mode. And they wisely brought that back in this game. You know, with the maps, and how you are all on the same stage, and you hunt each other down, and you shoot each other. That's all back, along with the golden gun, and the paintballs, the dripping blood on the top of the screen. That's back as well. So this is just a great remake for the Nintendo Wii. It really is. It does not deserve the crap that it gets. But one of the best improvements that they made to this game over the original is the controls. You have multiple controller options for this game. You can use the Wiimote and Nunchuck. You can use the Wii Classic controller, which is a little thing you attach to the bottom of a Wiimote. But me, personally, for me, I like to use the GameCube controller. And I know later on they removed the GameCube support from the original Wii, so it will only work on an original Wii's first model. But this game works superiorly with the GameCube controllers function. So, is this a bad game? Yeah, I don't know why people put down this game. It's a great game. I mean, come on, it was like the 10th anniversary of this game, and so it was all too fitting that they remake. I mean, come on, they couldn't just remaster the old game, people, in HD. They couldn't do that because at the time, Rare didn't work for Nintendo, and they still don't work for Nintendo anymore. They work for Microsoft. So there was just way too much red tape for an HD remake of the original game. So if they were going to release another GoldenEye, they had to remake it, folks. They had to. So I don't know what you're talking about if you say it's too much like Call of Duty, because in my mind, Call of Duty is just a lot like GoldenEye, because it came first. So, if you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to subscribe to my channel. And catch you next time.